spiritual stuff.
Hello, 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 and welcome to Spiritual Stuff.
Spiritual stuff.
What are we on? Episode 6?
Yeah, episode 6 now. Episode 6.
6.
With Reaya and Chantsy.
And
Chantsy.
I think everybody's figured that out, but
Yeah, true.
if you haven't and you're new to this, you're welcome. So we're here because each time that we come together, we kind of bring up a spiritual topic or something that energetically has been on our minds, and it's quite surprising that what we always do is just show up and see what comes. But we both had the same thought
this morning
at around the same time this morning about what we want to talk about. And this is crazy, but it's all about subconscious energy and those kind of things that we pick up on without even knowing the words, the energy of other people, and how sometimes we're playing out somebody else's story that's not our own through our subconscious.
Beautiful, Reaya. Beautiful. Yeah, very much so. We were having this chat because it came to me in the shower that people, I'm very passionate about people finding their own innateness. I want people to find their soul purpose because it really made a change to me. No doubt, Reaya, it really made a change to you, and when you find your soul purpose, you get more aligned and in tune to you, or attuned to you. And, and I had this thought this morning where, unfortunately, when we first start on our journey, we tend to, because we're so excited and because we're so vulnerable, we tend to verbalize all our thoughts and what we're doing and kind of put ourselves out there. And then there is the more than likely that potential of people sort of unconsciously, and I've got compassion for those people, but they really either burn you or they break you down in some way, shape or form. And, and they break you down out of their own fears.
Yeah.
But
which was also one of our fears as well, because it's something that must run through our energetic system, because how can somebody pick up on that if we're not feeling it? But also, like you said, when we get excited about something and we feel this need to share it with people, it kind of feels like we're looking for outside validation.
100%.
And what we need to do with anything that we are going to create, we need to first consciously create it, but we need to validate it here in our heart. And, all of our thoughts and all of our feelings need to come from that space. And it's crazy how much, I want to say, light language that we pick up from other people.
Do you want to tell your story about
my nails? Okay. I really didn't want to talk about Barbie.
Okay, sorry.
But anyway, no. Like energetically, I don't know why. And I was like telling a client last week, about Barbie, and just saying, like, everybody's talking about it, and it's crazy how much awareness is being brought to this one specific show. Do you know what I mean? And anyway, I was and she was like, yeah, but you've got Barbie nails on. Like, I've got this hot pink color on my nails, which I put on energetically without thinking about. And I was thinking to myself this morning, did I consciously or unconsciously put this on because of everything that I have been seeing?
I mean, this is why I have watched a clip about this previously, and this is why I don't watch the news, and why I haven't watched the news in a very long time.
Me neither.
Even if we don't believe in what we're hearing. There was a clip again that I'd watched by The Alchemist. She's a great YouTuber, but I think she's a teacher, really. Of the conscious. And she says that we still pick up subconsciously on those messages even though in our mind we're not, even though we're saying no, we're still picking up on it. So that's why if things aren't aligned to you, don't watch it. Don't watch it.
Yeah, but it's also about like the people that we bring in and the energy that surrounds us. Like if we're being surrounded by people that are kind of always telling us no, or that's not going to work, or how is that going to happen, we're going to start to feel that within ourselves, and we're going to start to question ourselves. But most of the time, this is what happens, is people actually don't question themselves. They just listen, they absorb, they take it on board, and they shut down.
That's it.
So if they had a dream and they had a vision and they talk to other people and somebody else is shutting them down, then they go, okay, it's not going to work. But why don't you decide how that's going to work?
100%.
Why don't you take it on board, and why don't you sit with it and sit with it in your heart space and say, like, does that sit with me? Do I believe that I can co-create? Do I believe that I can create something? You know, we were just talking about consciously creating, you know, and it's really important that we understand we're all here for a specific reason, and we have a purpose. We each have a purpose, and we have all been aligned with gifts that we need to share with the world. And they could be very, very small, they can be massive. Whatever it is that you have that you're really good at, you need to find a way to create that.
Exactly.
You know,
and we were talking about this offline earlier. We know intuitively what those gifts are, and that's why we really do need to sit with ourselves, you know, be in the bush, listen to those intuitive nudges, and ask our spirit guides. You know, ask our spirit guides the questions. I pulled tarot the other day, and my spirit guides responded, you know. So it's true. Intuitively, we know what we're sent here to do. But we need to, but we just have to listen to ourselves and just know and have that belief within ourselves that we can make it. I was watching another clip, actually, a beautiful clip from Darren Hayes from Savage Garden. And he was saying that it took him 7 years on a 7-year journey to get Savage Garden up and out. And he said that they came across so many no's. And I mean, I hear this so many times, so many rich, you know, business people who are wanting to start up a new business, who have this, you know, innovative idea that because it's so innovative, you know, people may not be ready for it at that stage. But if you believe in it and you stick with it, you know, 7 years for Savage Garden. And then they got, you know, Rosie O'Donnell, I think, played their music on her show. And she was like, who is this band? And that's it. And then they took off, you know. But, you know, everyone's got their own journey.
That's the thing, right? We all think everything needs to come to us really fast, really quickly, really easily. But the truth of the matter is it doesn't. Like, I was having this conversation with my husband, and I was saying, you know, I have been chipping away at my journey for a really, really long time before I've come into my success. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't like I just jumped in and here I am, like full clients, working all the time, doing all this stuff. It's been a process. You know, and it's building, and it keeps building, and I keep aligning, and I keep listening, and I keep hearing, and I just keep on being.
Because you're committed to your path, Reaya. And
100%. I know that this is my calling. And it's yesterday, I had several clients, and they both, like, I was literally crying because they were saying to me, like, thank you so much. I really appreciate you and all the work that you do and how you are. And it was like, I had all of these yesterday. It was so weird. Yesterday, all of these heartfelt messages coming from my clients. And I was just like overwhelmed. I was like, I feel so lucky that I get to help people to redefine who they are. And they always say, like, I feel so amazing. And I'm like, yeah, because it's not about me per se. It's about them, because in that moment, they reconnect to themselves. They're understanding who they are, and they connect back into who they are at their highest vibration without everybody's words and energy and thoughts and feelings.
Okay.
And that's why they feel so clear, and they get this sense of who they are.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and it's, you know, it's not about me, because I'm just this little opener that allows them to walk into that door. You know, I always say, like, it's not about me, it's about the person, because I can only do so much, and they have to do the rest.
Yeah, that's right. And we've spoken about this before, you know, even every journey, it's the beauty of the journey. It's not about the destination. It really isn't. Like,
No.
I was thinking about this the other day, and how beautiful, and you know, how beautiful the journey's been. You know, it isn't, there are challenges along the way, you know, and but those challenges have pivoted me back to myself. Those challenges have made me strengthen internally, you know, but along the way, like you say, Reaya, you help people, and that's what keeps me going. You know, that's what keeps you going, knowing that you're giving back, and knowing that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Like, when you're aligned to your purpose, everything flows. Like, everything just comes to you. Like, for me, I don't know what I'm doing next week or the week after. I don't know if I'm going to have like 20 clients or I'm going to have 2. It just rolls in. You know, and I don't know how things are going to fall, and I'm just completely open, and whatever I need, I know that the universe has always got my back. I know that I'm always taken care of. So if I need to have a busy week and I need to do a lot of work, I will. And if not, then I will chill. But it's okay. I don't know. It's so weird. I've completely trusted this journey for some reason.
So can I say something about this? This is another thing that I was thinking about this morning, actually, and it's funny that you've brought it up. So in those moments of taking a rest, and I found this on my journey, that's actually
I know
moments,
what you're going to say.
Well, it's moments of receptivity. Was that what you thought I was? So you're allowing. So there's a moment within our feminine energy and our masculine energy. So our masculine drives. Okay. So we sow those seeds at a point. It's like a cycle. It's like different seasons within a year, you know. So we sow those seeds, and it can be within the same month, I find. And then there needs to be a period of coming back to you, relaxing, and you don't know why, but you go with it. And usually I've got a lot of shadow work that I need to do within that time, or I'm really tired. And that's the receptivity mode. So as soon as I start allowing being in that receptivity mode, then a lot of stuff comes to me, because I'm doing the shadow work as well. So I'm releasing, and then I'm allowing. Do you find that happens, Reaya?
Well, what I've found, it's parallel. Like, we're having this parallel moment. I love it. It's like, before, when I used to have my days off, I would still work. I would still be doing stuff. I would still be preparing. I would still be blah, blah, blah. And then I've heard recently, you're not to do anything on your days off. You need to, like, one day is pretty much just for deep rest. I don't want to see anyone. I don't want to do anything. I just want to rest. And then the next day is for kind of activities for me, for going for walks, doing things that I want to do. And then when I come back into work, so say I have my Sunday and my Monday off, I come back into work on Tuesday, and I'm like, I'm so here. I'm so present. And before, when I was doing a lot of work on Monday, on that day off, for Tuesday, I was just feeling depleted. And now I've realized I can get up at 6 a.m. and I can start doing my prep for the Tuesday in the morning. And it just aligns me so much better. I have time, I have energy, I'm recharged.
It's,
you know, and with my work, obviously I give a lot to people. So I need to take care of my energy. I 100%. Need to have that downtime. And 100%. Like you said, those downtimes, it's like, sometimes I'm completely exhausted, and other times I feel like I've got so much energy. It just depends what's happening.
within that time, I mean, it is about reconnecting back to you. So so you go with the flow. So if you're feeling tired, then do it. I am feeling like I need to tap back into my play side, and so like I get out there and I'll rollerblade or spend the day, and that's usually my creativity, just having fun,
Yeah.
But it's funny how we've been taught to push and drive and work. But I found that was me last year, or for the last 2 years, that got me nowhere fast. Because there were a whole heap of obstacles that had come in my way because I was in my logical brain, whereas it took me from December to realize that no, you need to, it's ebb and flow. So you need to give, and then receive.
Ride the wave.
That's it. Ride the wave. Yeah.
Ride the wave. It's kind of like trusting the journey, listening to ourselves, and just slowing down.
Yeah.
And knowing when to put your foot on the accelerator, because you feel that momentum. And that minute, like yesterday, I was in this really high vibrational energy. I felt like I went for a walk in the morning. I'd come into work and I was like, I had so much to do. And like I had to do all this kind of emailing and back stuff and and everything just flowed. And then I looked at my watch and I was like, it's 5 o'clock. Yeah. And I had clients throughout the day, but I was also doing things. And I was like, I can't believe it. It's crazy how the energy and the momentum. And then I looked at the numbers. Yesterday was the 25th, right? So that's a 7 of July, which is a 7, a 7. And I was like, 777. No wonder my energy was like,
man, I couldn't sit
all
still.
Of these all the clients that I had were coming to share like these beautiful words with me, which was like making me cry. And I was like, oh, I'm exactly where I'm meant to be.
Yes, I had the same moment yesterday. Honestly, I did a bit of clearing in the morning, and then my supportive friends were there with me. Like a couple of amazing things happened, and and I was high vibe. There was so much frequency.
Super high.
I was like, twice. I had to sage twice. Literally.
It's so funny because I had to sage a client after, I always sage after each session with a client. And I started like sneezing and I was like, oh my gosh, it doesn't want me to sage because normally I don't sneeze. And I was like sneezing. I was like, oh my gosh, we're not meant to be saging.
See,
it's really funny.
But I'm just going to pinpoint this moment. This is exactly what we mean about being in tune with your subconscious. So, those little nudges that you get where you're like, oh, okay, all right, I'm feeling a little sneezy. Like maybe I don't need to sage. There's a reason behind it. I told you.
And I sage like, how many clients a day, and it was not a problem. Yesterday in the afternoon, it was like, don't sage.
Yeah.
Like, I was starting to sneeze. I was like, and it's so funny because on Friday I wrote this email that I'd been putting off for like a month, and it all just came to me like,
yeah.
And then I said to my guides, because it was Friday, it was in the afternoon, and I was like, do I send this email now or should I send it on Monday? And they were like, now. And I was like, but it's Friday afternoon. Who's going to read their emails? And they were like, now. And I was like, okay, now. And then I realized like, actually this week I had so many other emails to send that it wouldn't have been right to send that email because of my load of emails that I need to send out for the things that are happening.
But don't you find
it's just crazy? Like if you listen, they give you the answer. And it was like, I asked twice, like, are you really sure?
Yeah.
Like, guys, do you think it's the right? And they were like, now. And I was like, okay.
I love those moments though. When you're writing that email, you're out of it. Like you're not, I'm usually
it came to me so thick and fast. And normally I'd been struggling with this to write this email because I'm not good at writing or selling things, if that makes sense. I just don't, I'm not into it anyway. And I was like, I need to bring more people into what I'm doing, and I need to kind of just write. And I'd been putting it off, and then Friday afternoon it just was like, and it was like, oh my gosh, it's not even me writing. Like,
I love that. I love that.
And no struggle.
Yeah.
And every other time I'd gone to do it and it wouldn't come out.
Yeah,
And
right.
I was like, okay, it's not the right time.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. So we really do need to listen then, Reaya, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
And then also just be aware of the subconscious energy. Like if you're hearing things from other people, or if people are telling you something and you actually don't believe in it, or if you are believing in it, that's on you.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Check in with yourself. Always check in with yourself. If someone says something and it doesn't sit with you, be like, is that me or is it them?
Yeah. Yeah.
Clear it with yourself first. Don't clear it with the other person. Don't say you shouldn't have told me that. It's not about that. It's about you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Be like, okay, am I not able to do this? Is this the wrong timing for me? Are these the wrong people for me?
Yeah. Feel into it, because I tell you what, I know now if people are, you know, aligned with me, or if they're not, I feel it, you know, like there's no running or hiding. And so.
Yeah, but why should there be?
No.
You know, I always
exactly.
say the people that we're meant to the people that are meant to be in our lives, we always feel so like there's this energy of feeling safe.
Yeah.
And the people that we feel awkward with, or that we don't feel our authentic self, it's telling us like, it's not that they're the wrong people. It's just that maybe they're going through something. And we've just got to be a little bit more cautious with what we say or how we deliver things.
That's it. But then do you want to be cautious in your life, you know, or do you want to hang around with the people that you can have a laugh with and you do feel safe with? Like you.
Right.
All right. Oh, so many good things today, Reaya. Whoa.
I know. I just want to pull a card.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go for it. Should I I'll pull a card too, because I haven't done it today.
I just want to pull a card because I feel like collectively, everybody that's listening, you all deserve a beautiful message. These are from The Healing Waters by Rebecca Campbell. What's our message?
I'm going to do a Rebecca Campbell too.
Okay. This is Isle of Avalon. Healing, returning to wholeness, transformation.
Ooh,
I feel like this card's telling us we're going somewhere sacred. I want to say we're journeying back to our soul. We're journeying back to ourselves, and there's like a tunnel that we need to go through. So there could be a period of darkness, but it will come out, or we'll land in the light.
Beautiful.
Just my little pay tax coming out. My little reminder.
Hold on. That, like, these integrate with yours. So I've got awakening. So this is Rebecca Campbell as well. It's work your light.
Oh, look at that. She's laying down.
No way.
This card, the card that I just pulled, was the same thing.
Reaya, look.
Yeah. I just put it back in the deck. I'm now desperately searching for it.
And then I've also got Trust Your Path on the bottom of the deck.
Wow. How come I can't find it?
It really is about aligning right now.
Anyway, it's gone. It's gone. Oh, no, it's not gone. Here it is. See? When I said it's gone, I didn't care. Found it.
Here's lying down.
This lying down. Okay, let me just pull one more.
Pretty.
What do we all need to hear right now? It's the ripple effect.
Yeah.
Part of something bigger. Details are taken care of. I can't even hold that card.
But that's the thing. It's like we all need to realize that we are part of something bigger. You know, go beyond what you know. Yeah, go beyond what you know, people. Go beyond what you know.
Yeah. Hey, just before we finish, I just want to quickly say something, because you said it before we started this, and it just really resonated with me. And you said our words are like black magic. Yes.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. Yeah, when we really do need to be very mindful of the words that we speak, and this intertwines in with karma as well, and the laws of karma. So just be very cautious of what you're saying to people. And I know sometimes we don't do it out of spite, but we want to lift people's vibrations rather than pulling them down. At the same time, we do need to be honest and communicate our truth, so we don't have so people know where they stand with us. But yeah, we do really need to be mindful of our words, because I mean, I don't know if you've ever felt it, Reaya, but if someone in my past has ever put me down or unintentionally said something, I feel it in my heart space straight away.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
I know when somebody has said something and I felt like it was to put me down, even though they probably didn't want to, but it was just an energy. And I felt a huge, like, pang.
Yeah.
It was like, that didn't feel safe for me.
No.
And it's like, sometimes when people are trying to be powerful or being more powerful, I don't agree with that. I feel like we all need to work as a team and we're all on the same platform.
Yeah.
So anyone that tries to rise above or kind of prove themselves in some way, it just doesn't agree with me. And often when people are trying to prove themselves, they put down someone else.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Unintentionally.
Exactly.
But that's why we all do
words can be like weapons.
They are, yeah.
But really so they can also be super powerful.
Yeah, 100%.
They can be highly transformative. They can be like this gateway to a whole new life.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's why we need to be careful the way that we speak to ourselves.
The choice is yours, people. All right. I think we should wrap this up.
Do you want to do a little thing to a little promo to your Facebook site as well?
Yeah, I have Sacred Wisdom membership. So if anybody wants to join, it's filled with goodness over there. There's like weekly guidance, there's journal prompts, there's live tarot readings, guided meditations that you can listen to at any time. And there's just this really beautiful community that I'm wanting to encourage and support. So if you want to connect with me a little bit more, or if you just feel like being a part of something really, really sacred, feel free to join.
And we'll put the details in the post.
Thanks.
All right, awesome. Thank you, guys. Thank you for listening.
See you on the other side.
And thank you, Reaya, for always being you.
Thank you for being you.
Chantsy.
No, thanks, Chantsy, for being you. I was getting there. Did you see the delivery? I was just taking it in. You know, when someone gives you a compliment, sometimes you're not meant to give it back, but you need to find another time. So I was like, I'm just going to receive this.
Actually, you know what? You're right. Actually, you're right. Yeah, you take that compliment. You give it back another day.
I've been getting compliments all week. Like, come on, just keep giving them to me. Tell me how amazing I am. Not that I need validation.
All right, folks, on that note.
All right. Bye.
Bye.